What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball FighterZ for y'all. So my set for Dragon Ball FighterZ National Championships was yesterday, so I'm going to continue reviewing my own games for y'all. I know you guys really liked the last couple, so I'm going to keep on going this. This is week 4 against Mini Assassin. If you have a sec and you haven't done this already, subscribe to the channel and like this video. It does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So here is the leaderboard. Unfortunately, I can see my camera is blocking Minnie's name. So going into week 4, I'm sitting in 6th place because I'm tied with Mamba. But when you're tied, the score of the sets determine what place you're in. So Mamba has been doing in sets overall better than I have. My sets have been very extreme, as you guys may or may not know. So I had like a little bit of a plan going into like how I would like this to go, because again, this is an invitational, but half the players are players who've competed and performed very well in the Dragon Ball World Tour overall. The Kill Stage being the most extreme of this, getting 3rd in the World Tour Finals of Season 2. The other half are people who have been competing in the East Coast online tournaments and have been doing better than everyone else. So I've grouped it basically into my first 3, second 3, and then Mamba is my last set. So when I walked into the first 3 matches, I was like, it doesn't really matter what happens if it's double L, but I have to beat Kami or Hook as well as double L. So after I lost to double L, I was like, okay, I really have to beat Kami or Hook. Beating both would be the best, but I think it's a pretty tall order. In my tournament history against him, I've only played Kami in tournament a couple times, and he's beaten me both times. It was in Season 2. But a lot of my sets of Hook are actually extremely close the way it looked last week, score aside, just like the way the games go. They're like pretty close nail biters, but I have problems closing against them. So since I managed to beat Kami, I was like, okay, it's fine if I lose to Hook, but I should try to win because it'll be really good for me and I'll be in top 4. So now we're in the second half. The next 3 were Mini Assassin, then Nitro, then the Kill Sage. Because of my current record, right, so 1 and 2, I was like, I really have to beat Mini, because if I don't beat Mini, then I have to beat the Kill Sage and Nitro to stay in the running, and that's a pretty tall order. Me versus the Kill Sage in tournaments, like I've beaten him before, but he generally beats me, and I haven't played Nitro in tournament at all, and Nitro has been really performing really well. So it would, even though I think I have the ability to do it, it would make those next 2 weeks much less stressful if I was able to beat Mini Assassin. So I tried to put a little bit more effort into preparing for my opponent specifically. When I was getting ready for Hook, I was studying Blue Vegeta a lot, and I didn't actually look at stuff that Hook did until like the end, like the Friday or Saturday. Mini, I took a little bit more time to watch his matches because he plays characters that I'm generally familiar with. And with that, let's get right into the game. So I have noticed also in my games that, you know, I kind of start the first 1 or 2 games a little bit slow, trying to see how they deal with my base method of playing. In 2 out of 3s, this is pretty rough, because if you lose that first game, then you have to adapt really quickly. But in the first to 5, it's not so bad. It kind of favors me. Once again, Mini picked a team I didn't really expect, but for the most part though, unlike other people, he did pick Kid Buu Cell as expected, but he did not pick GT. He picked UI Goku, increasing the count of UI Goku players in Nationals so far, which is something I'll talk about probably in the next couple of days. So I've been like wrong basically about everyone I've had to play so far. So for instance, like Double O, I thought he was gonna play like a Super Broly Ginyu team. He played Kid Buu UI. No Kami, I thought he was gonna play Kid Buu UI team. He didn't play one against me. Hook, I was like, he's gonna play Blue Vegeta. He plays Blue Goku. I've just been wrong all the time. So finally, I think next week, the person who I'm playing should play the team that I'm expecting. As I said many times, and it's kind of funny too, like when I lose, people are like, is Roshi gone? And then when I win, they're like, Roshi's OD. I'm just playing this team the whole time. This is the team. Roshi, Gotenks, Broly, not in that order, right? But anyway, we're continuing game 1. I actually haven't, like, I just saw the Kill Stage do it, so I did it. It's a pretty strong option. It can be baited for sure, but if they act right away, you'll hit them. He was tagging a lot. I remember saying while I was playing the set, like, bro, he is tagging like OD right now. It's pretty hard for you to get me to say something while I'm playing. That's how much he was tagging. Thankfully, like, my characters are pretty good at that, like, dealing with it overall. And like their knockdown's pretty good. Here I snap just because Kid Buu's 1 hit away from dying. He doesn't have Spark. Calling Roshi. This is pretty good. Actually, I could die depending on how you do this. Oh, no, I won't die. No, I'm dead. I was about to say, I might make this. I might make it through, but instead, I die. If you die, you die. That being said, I still feel pretty good. I have a good meter advantage. Gotenks will only die in one hit from a medium starter. Roshi has a full life bar. And actually, in my practice recently, so you notice generally in these games and these tournament games in general, if I kill someone with Gotenks, either Gotenks stays in or I bring in Broly. But in my practice, I bring in Roshi. So because after between, I think, last week's set and the week before, last two sets I played, I was like, bro, I gotta really step up my Roshi. Like, his assist is ridiculous, but he can't just be an assist. If my Roshi was better last week, I would have won like 2 games, like straight up. And not just better, like playing him better, like having more knowledge about him, because he really is about like application of his tools. I'm gonna talk about a couple of these things while we're playing him. I conditioned him mad hard. I had to show him I'm not scared of the 4-frame. My team's actually pretty good against the UI 4-frame. Like, they all have pretty good answers. Because I have 2 characters with armor, and Gotenks has some special options he can do. Here I should have sparked, I think. In hindsight, I remember when I was comboing him, I was like, man, I'm just letting him live for fun. That's sick, bro. He wasted his Kibu. I was like, thank you very much. Boom. He just might not be used to it, I think. I definitely realized that, like, part of the thing about playing Roshi is, like, no one plays him, so I can get away with stuff. I respect it because of the 4-frame. Boop. I don't want to die. To me, we talked about it yesterday's video, right? I had Spark, so it wasn't, like, over, but, like, I would be in a bad spot if he hit me with that mix-up. He's going to bring Kibu. Level 3. I'm going to live because of sparking. Thank you so much, sparking. Heal me. It's all good. Held vanish, and I reacted so slow, like an actual old man. But it's fine here. We got him the held vanish. That's a big drop. That kind of sucks. Oh, but he dropped 2. Oh, he can't. He had no meter. So here we have a big moment, right? Here I'm kind of moving the rare tag. I don't usually tag like this, and I was looking for Mini to like hit point blank super dashes more or something like that, but he wasn't looking for it very hard there. We're kind of moving. This is actually kind of a nail biter game right now. Playing off. He still has a support. Sandwich him Roshi. Text drag rush. That was definitely I was looking for a reflect type of thing. Hard call. Playing it safe a little bit. Peeling off. Overhead. Moving in again. Get him with another overhead. Kibu has a really good reflect, so it's like you gotta kind of be aware of it. Gotenks is a good anti-reflect string though, so it's fine. It's 1 hit versus 2 hit. He gets his first hit, so now he only needs 1 more hit. I also need 1 hit. This is a nail biter. Anytime I get into situations like these, I make sure, like, it's like a mental thing for me, but I'm like, now is the time to be clutch, right? Thankfully, he doesn't beam and doesn't have meter, thankfully. Dragon Ball, it's kind of rare that you don't have meter to do stuff. He was not ready for the hypnosis. I think because of the first time where I hard called even his 4-frame, he decided to block that time, and it's in the clutch. So I take a pretty decent risk and go for the hypnosis instead. Okay, game number 2. So I clutched the first game, right? Rare drop. See, that's the one. That is the one. This is worth going back to. So the person this reminded me of too is Rudy from UK. He will run at you while looking for super dash at the same time. Most people, when they're running at you, like directly at you, they're not looking for super dash. They're thinking like it's time to approach. It's only when people are running under you that they generally think, oh, I'm looking for super dash, I'll run under you. But Mini, because he's looking at it while he's running at you, he's really good at these like point blank or relatively close range super dashes where most people would not hit that and they struggle with that. I personally struggle with this as well. My issue when I'm running at somebody is I recognize they can super dash and they have other options at the same time. So like I actually try to just avoid moving like that unless I'm really sure they're not gonna do stuff or have a really heavy read on specifically what they're gonna do. Anyway, we get the knockdown. Here I use a nice little trick. Roshi has, his knockdown is pretty straightforward, and of course in Dragon Ball you can vary your tech in all sorts of ways. Most people consider down teching against him, so you have to like vary what you do. Okay, he's gonna knock you down. Oh, he missed it. He missed it big time. PC boys. I definitely noticed a couple of times I missed some inputs, or it felt like inputs dropped. It wasn't that much though. It was like 3 or 4 times in the set. I think Mini doesn't play on PC very much either, so I definitely feel him on that. And his character's new, so he dropped a lot of weird combos. He kind of just got out of there, not trying to challenge that. Here we go. Boom. See? And now I'm like, well, this game's probably over. But it is tournament, and I have a full life Broly. I'm going to come in with like 6.5 bars. So even though I'm really down, you know, I'm thinking I can at least take one character. And Kid Boo's like at 50%, so I can kill him in one hit, depending on what hit I get. Playing a little active right now. Ooh, the whiff punish. The whiff punish to start it. Of course, I go for the medium difficulty, not even hard combo. So someone told me I should level 3 here next time, and I will listen to you because the game... I mean, I won this game anyway, but like, it would have been a little bit cleaner. So here I go for this. He tries to get out of the command grab with Super Dash. 6M, you can combo there. Okay, he's pulling up real hard. Pulls up too hard. I whiff punish. Nice, easy combo. I should have did EX grab instead, but, you know, these things happen. I try to use the 6M. Boom. This is one of my anti-mini assassin things. It's like maybe I had like a list of 3 things only to look for. This was number 2. This exact thing. He is really used to having like double beams, so like he's used to having GT cell. So he'll use, and this is a very common and good tactic. He'll use like beam plus tag to get the character in safely. And it's kind of hard to physically hit tags, but I'm Broly and I had a lot of meter, so I am buffering the shit out of that in cases like that. And he tags a lot. Anyway, now we're going to wrap up this game. I went from getting bodied to, because I killed Kid Buu on the tag and I hit the UI assist at the same time, it smoked his team. Cell was like on a pixel and I closed the game. I did not pop off either, by the way. I did not pop off from that. I was like, man, it could happen to anyone. But on to game number 3. So I'm up 2-0. So I feel good. Again, just like I said a couple of weeks ago, I won the 2-0 as a tournament player. That's good, right? We're back in neutral. He's air versus air, so I go for like my neutral structure. There's like a way where I use both my assists to get in and try to get 50-50. He jumped, and I got the hit, so I couldn't confirm. Stupid ass. See, there's another one again. He is exceptionally good at this type of stuff. Most people would not hit that like that, at least the first time. So I was pretty surprised. Again, like I knew, but I was like, damn, bro. It's OD. Reflect. I don't have Roshi, so I have to respect it. Hit him with the Dragon Rush Crush. AKA trying to hit his tech. And we go into Ghost. Is he a Ghostbuster? I don't think so. He reflects. I kind of waited. This is fine. This, I remember, I kind of flubbed. Like, I wanted to vanish him back in the corner, but you can't get a smash on the vanish there. Okay, we go into the 50-50. He blocks, like, the actual mix-up part. That's the funny thing. I think he guessed I was going to do JML and just wanted to stand up the whole time. Waiting 2H, yes. Against an experienced Gotenks player, do not do this, what he did. It's good against somebody who doesn't know. This backdash Ghost has less frame data, so this is an option in case they try to, you know, mix you up anyway. But generally, they should, not will, should just sit there because they know it's not as advantageous too, you know. Anyway, I got the kill, I got Spark, I'm feeling pretty dope. Pretty dope here. I kept Gotenks in mostly because the DHC was kind of weird. You know, you can't like immediately DHC to my other characters mid-screen. So I had to use my level 1 Gotenks. But we get more paranormal activity. Yes, sir. Into, I wait. 50-50. And I hit him with the overhead. This is actually a pretty stupid combo choice. I'm not going to lie. And it let him live and I made this game longer. What I mean is my assists were coming back. So I could have just done an assist combo. I don't really know why I didn't do the assist combo. But, you know, it's all good. He's still in there. He got the tag nice and late. Boom. So I was actually looking, I was going to mention, I was actually looking for tag way back here when he reflected this. I was looking for tag. Because he was tagging a lot the first games. But instead, after here, he pulls up and does it. And this is fine. That input too, Roshi. So Gotenks auto combo is kind of trash. Not gonna lie, you don't see Gotenks players running around mashing L, right? So I've been trying to be more conscious of my inputs in neutral. I want to buffer my next normal, so when I noticed my jab lift, I pressed Roshi. I got the hit. He's gonna kill Gotenks. This kind of sucks. And I don't mind keeping because like again, like that cell is a phantom. Like there's definitely somebody out there who's like, man, you should have swapped out Gotenks and for another character. And like, you're not wrong, but like, this was a 3-1 game. I just made like a stupid combo choice. Like, once in a while I make dumb combo choices. It makes me mad at myself. Overhead reflected, and we hit him with the 4-frame. He does not have enough block stun to do that to me. I recover faster. I tried to do the tournament combo, but it's all good. I missed my reflect here. Someone told me I could just do level 1, so I think that's what I'm going to do next time. Okay? I use Broly to help deal. That was actually a really good 6H from him, but I used Broly to help mitigate my risk a little bit. Almost got the whip punish there. That was a mistake. I felt bad. So I actually wanted to do the jump air super dash, but like Tiger Knee. So like basically like right off the ground jump air super dash. So I wasn't ready to do the super laggy normal ground masterful leap. This is kind of spooky. He based my spark. I tech Dragon Rush his spark, bring him down. In a game of fuzzies, I would have fuzzied the fuck out of him. It's all good. He kind of mixed himself after that. He's like, he knows he can't vanish. He might be plus. He doesn't know. I just kind of like felt empty low. Now we got control of the game. Yes, it's UI, but he doesn't have all the support he needs. He has to win with solo UI. Very possible, but, you know, these two characters both fight this character decently well as far as the offense. This should be it if I don't drop tournament combos, but imagine. His 12 is actually quite big. He has like good fuzzy tools. This is kind of what I'm looking for next week. Okay, I'm testing him. Testing to see how he reacts to stuff. He plays pretty disciplined. So like the Roshi versus UI is pretty annoying when you're alone, but when you have an assist, it's very manageable. Okay, that moves cheap against Roshi. Like one of the worst things about it is that it's not a key blast, so you can't like abuse him for doing it. Tech the Dragon Rush. Okay, that's what I wanted before. Into auto combo, into cross, yes sir. If you played Roshi day one, you saw a lot of people posting mixes like that on like Twitter. It pulls you out of the corner. You can stay same side if you want. It's quite ambiguous, I think. So now, game number 4. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good winning the 3-0 there, right? Because now that means I won the finals, right? Winners finals, grand finals, like in the tournament. There I use Fuzzy Jump Roshi. It's really, really good. The Roshi as a defensive call is just super, super solid and helpful. So I get this side swap is what I want to say. But somehow I misjudged the combo timer. I remember that mistake too. I was kind of sad about that. It's been something I'm thinking about, but I didn't want to just do Raw Dog 236M there. I want to do jab first. Reflect Roshi too. I mentioned this both last week and the week before. For people at defensive assist, it's a very strong option available. We go into Ghosts. I should have dashed here to get better Oki. My jump heavy didn't reach, but it's all good. He sparks right away. Don't blame him. I tried to move. That JS kind of smoked me. I'm going to lose Gotenks for that. This one kind of sucks. 1 into 1. And he brings in UI Goku. So now the game is going to get pretty scary because he's going to be able to get my spark out either really quickly or I have to hold it for Broly. I'm more willing to protect Roshi now than I used to be. And, you know, if I spark, he could put me in like the game-winning situation with Kid Buu. He knocks me down. We go for it. It's kind of hard to do JML with Roshi. Hit him with the overhead. Varying my options. Varying your options with Roshi, extremely important because he has a ton of options. So you have to make sure you represent everything. Okay. Tech the Dragon Rush. We practice that physical training. He whip punishes my LL. That's easily one of my, even though like the LL with Roshi like saved me a couple times a set to my memory, it's also one of my big flaws with him. And like when you die for doing it, you feel like such a trash player. There's no other way to put it. So now, yeah, as you saw, I'm gonna save it for Broly. It can happen to anyone. Can I do it twice in one set against you know, this guy wins NLBC and this guy Mini wins NLBC and HOC, right? So can I do it twice in one set? It's not looking good. He's got 4 bars. Okay, I wait. He peels way back. That jab is huge. Reflect. So, that was not the best choice. I'm not gonna lie. So, the night before, again, I was not expecting him to play UI. The night before, we actually, like, solved some, not solved, but, like, we're working on some anti-UI Goku stuff. And the thing was, I was thinking this is dope and like I know it now, but I can practice it next week. Tomorrow, Minnie's gonna play GT, so we don't have to worry about it. And then he picked UI. And we move on to game number 5. So he smoked me that game. When he did this, okay? When he did this, I'm like, it's been 5 games. You have not done round start 2S one time. Like, alright, I give up. You got it. So that point blank super dash where he 2H shit in like game 3 or 4, when he hit that, I was like, alright, you got it. This was another like, alright, you got it for the rest of the set. Like I'm just not gonna do it anymore. Roshi to deal with the space. This is kind of like Kid Buu countermeasure. Like I might call it this way on everybody, but it's really important against Kid Buu because if I am a normal character like Gotenks, he's a normal boy, you can't fuck with the 2M, right? The stomp. But if you use the Roshi assist, you can use it to mitigate your risk. Okay, I'm going to extend with Roshi, and it's time for some paranormal activity. Again, is he a Ghostbuster? I do not know. I wait. He does nothing. He sparks immediately. This time I respect. And I spark back. This is a trash spark. I'm not going to lie. This spark is against all my sparking rules for Gotenks. So, I mean, not all of them. I followed one of them, but I try to only spark with Gotenks when I have Roshi available and when I have a bar so that I can pull up on them with held advantage Roshi call. But I did it. I was just spooked because I died last game. Okay. He peeled off too hard. I think he was looking for something like a raw tag straight up and was like trying to read me. I'm not really that type of player anymore. It was really strong when the game came out, but just over time I was like, man, everyone's looking for it. I'm looking for it too, so I'm not going to do it. I missed the tag though. I really tried to hit with JL. I have not practiced it with Gotenks, hitting tags with JL. That was great. If you guys don't know what that was, he's teching Dragon Rush with 2S. It also gets him out of the corner, which is ridiculous. Gotenks is dead. A lot of unfortunate stuff in that point war. I remember thinking that too. I was like, man, that kind of sucks. 2S, it's an EX perfect attack. He gets the space here. He doesn't have to peel off here. I'm actually surprised he did it. He had my back to the wall, so he could have did like anything to me. I mix him that time. I'm doing the most basic. There are definitely some Mercy players who are like, bro, your combos are fucking trash right now. I'm doing the most basic, the most safe tournament combos because I'm not trying to drop shit right now. I didn't play a lot of PC last week. I played the game a lot, but I played less PC than I normally have been. I usually try to have a couple of PC sessions. I was tight when he reflected tag, and I was like, bro. But yeah, I have not been playing PC as much last week. This week I gotta play a little bit more. And when I was playing a little bit beforehand, I was like, man, it's like I don't feel like there's a ton of input drop stuff, but like it felt like there was a little bit. Anyway, he's gonna continue harassing me with UI Goku. This is real. I'm thinking like this is really bad. / this game might already be over. I have to work really hard because he has access to the win condition now because I have no spark. So next time he touches me, do you see how he's trying to like bully his way in? He wants this real bad. Fortunately, I used my backup plan and he kind of screwed up. Some characters, I don't actually think UI is one of these characters, but some characters have issues. Like it's hard to hit people who are crouching there. So you should hold crouch by default and then guess after, like while they're doing it, rather than standing up the entire time. It's kind of hard to make yourself do that because it's counterintuitive. But when I saw he whiffed, I was like, oh, it's time. Okay. Neutral. That was like a little test. I used a barrier to protect me. His barrier to give me my barrier. And there's definitely no way he knew what I was going to do. That was... my inputs were gone. It's all good. It wasn't even like a bad like outcome though. I was like, alright, I can just make up setup. It's fine. Auto combo. But this sucks though. Into the level 3. So I actually feel a little better since like UI is not in, but and he messed up his setup, so I fuzzy mash, just aka delay mash, because he didn't like come at me right away. I was like, what is he doing? Some people might be like, if you're gonna mash on wake up, why not press blah? But I didn't mash. I just did like a reaction fuzzy mash, and I fuzzy mash again. I got smoked, and with Roshi, I told myself to like try not to mash too much, you know. But like after reflect, I'm kind of conditioned to like press buttons a little bit, or like my default is kind of like press buttons. I gotta be more disciplined with Roshi. Thankfully, I get this. I think he wasn't expecting to land on the ground after the jab. And he's dead. In comes UI Goku. Definitely down, it's basically a one-hit game unless you get this starter. So he has his assists available, and I remember this clearly. I think it's because his UI is new. He didn't do the right extension. I dash under him. He's mashing something. I can't quite tell you what he did. He might have tried to do a reversal. There's no way to know. I'm going to kill him here. All I can say is that, like, when I'm like in the reverse situation, I usually either try to like fuzzy jump out or do nothing, basically. Situations like that are kind of hard because like you just need a default that your reptile brain can just be like, oh, do this now, it's fast. It's kind of rough. So it's a one-hit game for both of us, kinda. Playing safe. I dice rolled on the reflect the second time. Overhead. He was a little late. We both have 6 frames. I do the babiest of combos. Now, this extension, there's actually like one that would have definitely killed even with my baby combo. But apparently you could mess it up, and I've never done it before, so I chose not to do it. I thought he was going to die with Limit Break. He didn't, so I used a move. I have not used the whole set. So you got to go back to what I mentioned before, right? Where it's like you have to represent Master Roshi's entire moveset. So you're going to notice in all the sets I've played so far, basically besides the first one where I couldn't do anything at all, I will use moves like the Hypnosis like one time. Like I'll just do it one time. Like if there's a spot where I could do it and it's in like an important time, like I'll play him like normally, and then in a spot where like I really need a hit, I'll do like one of his really big weird moves. Like I'll use Thundershock Surprise, I'll use the Hypnosis, I'll use 6H. So because I have not used 6H at all against him, I was like, this is the time. And he got hit. It's definitely like a trick. I don't actually know if there's like some type of weird ambiguous thing you could do. I just knew like he has not seen this the whole game. He probably doesn't have a lot of Roshi experience, so I could use this. He sparked up real quick, by the way. He was not trying to block those at all. My dude is kind of schmoving though. I'm feeling pretty comfortable too. Despite that win, like I'm pumped up on the win. My boy V-Sage was asleep, like literally asleep during that comeback. I like popped off in the room and I was like, yo, I actually did that. I turned around, my boy was asleep. He's out, okay? I don't have Roshi, so I can't do anything. Now he's back. Okay, overhead, Dragon Rush Crush, right? Into Ghost. So if he gets hit by this, he is dead. So I wait, I go for it, 50-50. And this time, because I remember I can't do combos right now, I do the easiest possible combo I can think of to take the character. I'm going to leave Gotenks in because why not? Just kidding. I'll bring in Broly. I'll bring in Broly. This is definitely like tournament style, like how I play the team in tournaments. Like I'm bringing in Broly. I'm going to be enabled by Broly Roshi. And there's a lot of stuff I can actually do. Round start, Roshi to protect me from Rolling Crush, even though he hasn't done it like the whole game. -5, but I peel off. It's fine. Playing neutral. This is something I've thought of recently. This is like a kind of important thing I've thought of in the past like week or so. So I've been thinking a lot, like a lot of Broly teams you see, they enable Broly somehow. Usually the best way to enable him is a beam. I have a defensive assist with a hitbox that has a lot of plus frames. So of course I could use it for offense, and of course I could use it for defense, like calling him defensively. So to be honest, this neutral structure that Mini did coming up again, I'm going to go back to it, is a pretty common one. Dash jump assist call is like Dragon Ball 101. Dash jump Vegeta, dash jump beam. So I figured if they're gonna dash jump, some of these beams I could see, and I definitely have way more blocks done, so I can armor the beam with Roshi, and if the person is approaching, then they're stuck. If they get hit, and I get a combo, just like this. I think this actually came up a couple of times in the set, but this is like one of the clearest examples because I was really thinking about how to play solo Broly with my assists in neutral. I was playing Gotenks base Goku Roshi before, Gotenks base Goku Broly before Roshi came out. But while playing that team, I was like, oh, this is how you play Broly without like assist for neutral, basically. But that point of neutral is very, 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 very helpful. It kind of came more than anything else from playing Hook. Like I wasn't calling Roshi to counter Piccolo per se. It was just like when he called Piccolo orbs and ran at me, I would call him. But then when I thought about that, I was like, can I use this for way more stuff than just like fighting Piccolo orbs? And that's where that style of call came from. And I think it's really, really strong. I always drop this. I gotta wait longer. It's okay. He tags, of course. UI is one hit away from dying. In this type of situation, if I hit him with a hit that's not like amazing, I'm gonna try, emphasis on try to snap. Here I don't think I should do it. I probably won't do it. If someone said I was teabagging Mini, no way. I was definitely trying to buffer something, by the way. Yeah, here I would not do it. I want to level 3, but so I remember this is the game that had like there's like 2 or 3 times I was like, bro, my inputs are gone. That was one of them. That is a super easy special cancel, and then I just like missed it. It's all good. He's gonna kill Broly. Broly did a lot of work though. Like both these characters are one hit away from dying. Basically, I have a lot of meters, so I'm cool. Roshi with Gotenks and Gotenks Roshi are both really strong, so I don't mind so much. I'm kind of playing chill. Just maintain the space. Boop. I use it like a beam. Back flip. He blocks. Very nice. Stagger, yes. Again, like I said before, representing all the options, right? I've done so many things off 5LL that he has to look for. Things with gaps and things with no gaps. So after a few games, I'm like, all right, 5LL, 5LL. And now he goes into jar. So apparently when you like kill them, someone calls it like the execute super. It does like almost 1k. So I gotta start using that. All right, we got the whip punish. This should be game. Emphasis on should, but I very clearly remember I was going to put him in a jar, but again, my inputs were deleted. Here I could have supered. Now I know better. We need to know this for fighting UI. I'm like, bro, like, you know, like how hard this is. It can be done, but against like these two characters I'm playing, it's together. It's pretty hard for UI to do this. And if I make him block, I get mix. And Roshi's really good against solo guard cancel. This is I mean, I think we talked about this last week. I'm actually glad this kind of came up. I teched Dragon Rush with Roshi's Super Dash instead of 2S. A lot of people use 2S. I use Super Dash. And that's it. I win another set, 5-1. And here are my current standings. My boy No Kami beat Double O, which is dope for me because now that makes us tied in points. So now I got to, again, you know, try to win one of my next 2 sets. That helped me out a lot. I kind of wish Kami beat him like 5-0. That would have been really dope, but you know, you're asking for a lot. These are basically the best players in our region. I sort of fixed my... So I don't consider last week like a flub in that like I played badly or something. It's just like the score sucks because it affects our placings in the league. So right now I'm a walking meme in this league because all I've done is beat people 5-1 or lose 5-0. So next week... As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like or subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.